Hello, everyone. Welcome to this masterclass on the stage 2, where we are talking about how to use Reels in order to elevate your social media strategy. And nobody, literally nobody, better than Roxanne herself to come and take this session in order to teach you all how to elevate your social media strategy using Reels. Roxanne, I know we have hosted you already at the Pepper Spotlight episode that we did a few weeks back, and it was a very, very insightful conversation. I think there was also 1 year to Reels. We were celebrating 1 year of Reels in India, so that was really, really helpful for all of our audience. And I'm very sure everybody who's attending here today is going to learn something awesome. Like at least one new thing you're going to learn about Reels and how to literally make your social media skyrocket using Reels in this next 45 minutes. So without taking much time here, I'm going to hand it over to Roxanne, where she's going to present a nice deck for each one of you here, and she can tell you how you can elevate your social media strategy by using Reels. Roxanne, over to you. If you need
Lovely.
me, I am here. Everyone in the chat, please, are you all excited to? You all can already start dropping your questions if you all want to know मैं viral कैसे जा सकता हूँ. I am not sure if we can address that directly, but just tell. Okay, let's start with this. Who is your favorite Reels creator currently? Like, just type in the chat. Everybody there, just type in the chat who's like your favorite Reels creator. For me, it's Focused Indian and that whole gang. I think they create such relatable reels
The
these
Orange
days.
Juice Gang. Yeah, they're amazing.
Like the full gang, Saurabh and all of those people who collaborate together. And I also relate to them on a personal level because they create some Marathi language reels. So it's very, very interesting to Nidhi Nagori. Who else? Like, guys, tell me who is your favorite reels creator here in the chat, and then we'll get this started. And I'm
But
gonna
thank
hand
you
it
for
over.
having me, Pawan. It's always awesome to chat, and I had a blast on your podcast. And yeah, thank you for having me at Elevate. I think today's session and everyone, welcome. Very excited to talk to you. I'll before kicking off, of course, I'll share a little bit of context about me and what we do as part of the partnerships team in India. We're a fairly big team in India, so get in touch with us, on all things Instagram. And we're very, very excited with the way that, Reels is just completely transformed the way that, content is consumed and created in the country. So, really, really excited to talk to you more about it. And maybe I'll start sharing my deck and get started. And hopefully, at the end of today's session, you'll know a little more about what makes Reels stick, how to make Reels work for you, and how to truly harness this amazing, vibrant, like super, awesome thing that we have on Instagram and truly make it your own, right? So let me share my screen and we'll get started. Okay, let me just get to my deck. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen. Pawan, if you can just let me know if you can see my screen, just to be like sure, and then I'll
Yes,
start.
Roxanne, we can see your
Okay,
screen, and
lovely,
I'll also
amazing.
keep moderating here in the chat anytime somebody has questions or anything.
Lovely. That's perfect. So a little about me. I'm part of the Instagram partnerships team in India. My job essentially is to look at Reels, content and community for the country. I know it's crazy. It's literally I eat, sleep, think Reels all day long, which is amazing. So any questions, comments, anything at all, my DMs are always open. Feel free to get in touch, and would love to sort of have a conversation about anything that you're thinking. I think when you look at Instagram overall as a platform, right? We have over 1 billion people around the world on Instagram. One of the coolest parts about the platform is that it's not geogated at all. There's no difference between a profile and a page and those kinds of things, right? It truly is a place where you could, this entire audience of 1 billion people, right? Every single one of them is a possible fan for you, right? So when you create content, when you build presence, don't worry about limiting it to just the people around you or anything specific, right? The full potential of the platform really is these 1 billion people, right? I think the other thing that, we're very excited about the way that Instagram, sort of is structured is that you can be multiple things on IG, right? Whether you're a creator, whether you're a brand, whether you're a creator exploring creating a brand, whether you want to build a community or start something of your own or any of those things, right? You want to express a wholly different side of yourself, or you want to do all of these things together, right? It allows you to do all of those things and be all of these different things with these connections to each part of what you want to explore, right? So think of it as a place or a platform where you can build your whole brand, right? Of which, as we discussed, reels will then form like, a really, really important part of the strategy that you have for yourself. I think if you look at it, right, the way that you can think of your sort of journey on Instagram, right? I'd say maybe divide it into these three pillars, right? One is, your entire, content and creativity pillar, right? What are the ways in which that you can express yourself, whether it's through your content or your ideas or the vision that you have for yourself, your brand, your journey, right? The second is really connecting and building a community of people who truly are into what you're doing, right? And are there for you, for your message, for your content, for that unique sort of message that only you are putting out and that you're sharing, right? And truly being there for your journey through life, right? And the last, of course, is growth, right? As you bring all of this together, your presence is growing, your value is growing, all of those things, right? So see it as a platform where all three pillars of this journey sort of come together. And we're very, very excited about the way the various surfaces of Instagram are enabling this journey to happen. I think very quickly, right, setting up, your entire presence on Instagram is really important. And I thought maybe we'd literally start from the absolute basics, right? So that's your profile. Think of it as your creative home base, right? And for it to truly work for you in the, in the sense that you want it to happen for you, is your profile is your home base for what you love, for your unique point of view on things, and for you to showcase your truest self, right? And it's really a place where that meeting point almost so as to happens, right? So your bio is super important. It talks about who you are and all of your contact info. So make sure that it's super clear, and everything there is contactable. So try not to put something vague. Make sure that it's super clear about who you are and what you stand for and how people can get in touch with you, right? Your handle is searchable, so make sure it's something that is unique and also easy to search for, right? So when you craft like a name or anything of anything like that, right, just make sure that you have that sort of keep in mind. I think your highlights are a really great way for someone to come to your profile and get to know more about you. So any cool stories, any really fun things that you've done, save that as highlights, because when people come to a new profile, they tend to go to highlights and play a couple and just get a feel and a vibe of the profile, right, before deciding to follow the person. And finally, of course, really important, that's your grid, right? So what I'd say is, don't obsess over the grid, really. I mean, don't. It doesn't need to be perfect. I think consistency is way more important than perfection. So don't worry about it looking like this beautiful aesthetic thing. Not really. Make sure that you share a bunch of really different things. So don't just share a certain type of content. Make sure that you sort of keep mixing it up. I think the best creators on the profile, right? And let me play this slide completely so that I think the best creators on Instagram, right? And for anybody who's attended our workshops before, must have seen this slide. The really important piece is that Instagram, while it's one app, it's actually an app made up of different surfaces, right? It's an ecosystem of surfaces, and each surface has a really unique kind of content that dominates that surface, right? Each surface also has a completely different job that needs to be done, right? And Feed is for all the highlights of your life, right? Beautiful photo shoots, moments that you really want to curate and preserve for the future, right? Stories is all about casual moments and the interactivity engine on your profile, right? Live is a real time, like, immersive connection that you have with someone, right? It's literally in the moment. Video is all about deeper storytelling, so it's more immersive. You go really, really deep and you sort of explore a theme that you've been wanting to talk about more. And of course, then there's reels. Reels is all about what's entertaining and trending on the platform at that moment of time, right? So if you see, all five of these surfaces have a very, very different reason and tone and context of content, right? And therefore, it's very, very important to make sure that A, you have a strategy for each surface, and B, you're present on the surface consistently, right? So I think it's really important to make sure that you plan content across these five surfaces like this, and also show up consistently across sort of each surface that you have. I'll quickly just deep dive, and feel free to like take screenshots as we go. But stories is really about interactivity, right? This is where you will build that connection with your audience. So here, make sure that you take people on the journey with you, right? Whether it's BTS or shoots or whatever it is. I think it's a great way to build connections with people that follow you, because stories is a closed surface, sort of a environment. You'll see stories only from people you follow, right? So use your interactive stickers and those kinds of things to involve your audience as much as possible, right? But truly use stories to build a connection with them. Feed is, like I said, is like your highlight reel. I think posting a mix of photos and videos is important, so don't just stick to one type of content. I think going vertical is great. 4:5 is amazing because it covers more of the entire viewport. Carousels are great, so you really use carousels to not only sort of look at more engagement, but also use carousels as a great way to go deeper on a certain subject, right? And that's a great way to sort of utilize that format. And of course, lastly, comments, super important. Keep track of your comments, reply to comments, like comments, do that kind of thing. People love it, and they'll know that, hey, you're active and really sort of talking to the people that have taken the time to comment on your content. I think live is really interesting because live is so immersive. I think live is a great way to build this instant immersive connection with, with people, right? It's one of the few surfaces on Instagram that sends a push notification to your audiences, right? Which is awesome. So I think you don't need to worry about hyper preparation for a live. You literally just need to be there, right? You need to show up and, just have fun and talk to your audience and build that sort of two-way street. We've also had a couple of amazing new launches for live. So we have live rooms. That's the screenshot on the screen. Lets you have up to 4 people in a live. You can now schedule a live. You have some amazing new live insights, and of course there's live practice mode as well. So you can actually go live, practice what you want to say, and then decide to finally sort of push that live to everyone out, right? Which is pretty awesome. Video, again, so this is technically a new update that we've launched. We've essentially combined feed video and IGTV to have just Instagram video, to make it super easy for you to sort of express yourself on the platform. So anything under 1 minute is a reel, and anything beyond 1 minute is an Instagram video, right? So a couple of things, and I won't go into everything here, but I think the 3-second rule is especially important. So try and pull the viewer in within the first 3 seconds, right? So you're brought to you by and logos and those kinds of flying things, leave them for, the latter half of the video. Make the start really, really punchy. Go full screen vertical video. The way that we've built Instagram video is it allows people to consume content the way they naturally hold their phones, which is super immersive and, just a better experience. I think make your execution really important. So editing, graphics, sound, those kinds of things, really use them to make sure that, your videos stand out. And of course, the best part is that people can search for your videos using your Instagram username, your real name, or they can just go to your videos directly from your profile, right? So keep that in mind as you're designing your captions and, those kind of things. Okay, before we sort of get into reels, I think I I thought that we've had so many new launches for Reels recently. So thought that maybe we'll cover a couple of them, just to sort of have a flavor of what and how has been happening on Reels. Reels launched about a year, 3 months ago. And since its launch, it's really, really just transformed the way that content is created and distributed and consumed in India, right? I think the best part about Reels is it allows you to really have a response to the conversation on the platform that's currently happening, and really do it in a way that makes a lot of sense to you and your own unique voice, right, of that particular expression. It's given rise to a completely new army of creators, many of whom this time last year weren't even creators, right? So I think just the sheer opportunity that Reels presents to anybody wanting to build a presence on Instagram is just very, very exciting, right? Okay, let's get to it. So, what have we launched recently on Reels, right? And we're always working to make sure that the experience that you have on Reels is fun, is positive, is creative, lets you really express what you want to say. And to that, we've this literally just came out, a day ago. So these are three new effects that we've launched on Reels. One is called Superbeat. So Superbeat literally takes a video and adds like special effects to it based on the song that you've selected. It's super, super exciting. So go check that out. We've also launched really, really fun things called dynamic lyrics and 3D lyrics. So what that does is the lyrics based effects. So they'll pick up the lyric of the song and really give you like really fire, like visual stuff on the screen that's happening. Please check it out. I think it instantly will help you sort of up level the content that you're making on a reel and help you sort of express things even more visually. Collabs is another one that we're highly excited about. This was testing in India and recently launched globally. And I think just the response that we've got to this is phenomenal. Collabs are really a hallmark on Instagram, right? And we're continually just blown away by how creative and how just the ways in which people come together to collaborate with each other and create some really, really delightful moments with the communities that follow them. So collab is really, really exciting. Collab lets you basically partner up with another creator and create a piece of content together, and that particular piece of content rests on both your feeds, right? Which is super, super exciting. It's a really, really delightful moment for both the audiences involved. The best part is you can do this on Reels as well as feed posts. So definitely like utilize this to not only explore other audiences, but truly, truly build relationships with other creators and brands that you sort of want to work with. Couple of other things. There's the caption sticker for Reels that we've recently launched. This is available on Stories as well. So as you're talking, the caption sticker will literally just translate what you're saying, and have those words pop up on the screen. Really, really exciting. Renaming OA is also another thing that we launched, hearing feedback from the community. So especially when you're launching like a new dialogue or a new cover or any of those things, right? You can literally just rename the audio before it goes out. You can only rename it once. That's super important to know. But instead of just it being said as original audio, you can just rename it to anything that you want. And of course, finally, we've made it really, really easy to search for music anywhere on the app, right? So especially in the Explore tab, you can literally just search for music directly there. I think this stems from us getting feedback that people were using Reels to discover new music, right? Which is super exciting. So anytime you want to search for a new song, you literally just have to go to the Explore tab and search for it directly there, and it's going to pop up for you. A couple of other things to keep in mind, right? As you form your creative strategy on Reels, I think Remix is a phenomenal tool to use to instantly up-level creativity. I remember when this launched a couple of months back, I think just the kinds of pieces of content that we saw, because it literally opened up a whole new world for anybody, right? You could suddenly collaborate with any creator in the world, right? Anybody that you admired or anybody that you loved. I remember beauty creators were collaborating with dance creators, and food creators were collaborating with fashion and humor creators, and it was nuts, right? So I think use remix is a really great way to up-level content, surface older content because you can remix your own reel. And I think use it as a really, really fun way to do some really lightweight but really impactful content, harnessing an idea that someone else has put out before, right? So keep this in mind. Voiceover is another really exciting feature. This lets you add audio commentary to your reels. This was a much requested feature from the community. We've built it and pushed it out. So basically, you can, that whole thing, you don't have to worry about burning music directly in. You can literally just add commentary to your reel with the song playing in the background, right? So you literally go to the voice modulating there, and you reduce the audio or increase your own sort of, voiceover feature volume, and you reduce the music that you selected from the library, and that's sorted, right? So explore this. I think it's a great way to whether it's your really funny video memes or any of those things, right? I think this is a great way for you to sort of explore your creativity and create content around those really, really big and always on trends. How can I make my reels successful? So I think this is the one question that we get the most, and truly forms the sort of crux of what I'd like to sort of talk about today. I think great reels have these 4 things in it, right? Some might have 3 out of 4, but usually a really, really phenomenal reel that has gone, bonkers around the platform and has been seen by everybody, usually has these 4 things in it, right? One is that it is uniquely you. So instead of it being the 5,000th reel of a certain trend, it's the first reel of its kind that explores that trend in a really unique way, that sort of has that imprint or signature of that creator, right? They're really relatable. So it makes people go instantly like, oh my God, like this person gets me, or it makes the person feel like me, oh, this is so me, right? Which is really, really important. It's easy to recreate. So usually reels that are easy to recreate and are easy to sort of go back and templatize tend to do a lot better, because it inspires the person to join in and say, hey, I can make that too, or hey, this is so amazing, or this is so wow, I want to do this myself, right? And finally, of course, keeping it simple. I think it's really important to know that at the heart of it, the concept of your reel needs to be really simple, right? So if by the 3rd or 4th second, if a person watching the reel isn't clear what the reel is about, it's time to go back and simplify the concept, right? It might be great for a feed video, probably not great for a reel, right? So I think before you sit and crack a reel concept, right, ask yourself these questions. Is it hitting at least 3 out of 4 of these things, right? If it isn't, if it's hitting only maybe 2 or less, maybe time to go back to the drawing board and think about, oh, hey, does this make sense to make, right? Or can I change anything about it? I think importantly, reels also differ from stories in the sense that while stories are super interactive and great to sort of talk to community and build that connection with people who follow you, reels do require slightly more effort in terms of execution, in terms of creative thought, in terms of presentation, and in really how you want to show up for a trending moment, right? So keep that in mind, especially when you try and differentiate your reels and sort of story and your video strategy on reels, right? Okay, so when it comes to being uniquely you and relatable, right? I think no better example than Mermaid Scales. And when we say that having a unique reel strategy and a reel strategy that's based on these 4 tenets, right, it really, really does pay off in terms of hard follower growth, right? Not just community building, not just sort of millions of views, but truly, truly account growth that you can see based on, a formula that you've cracked for reels, right? So let me show you this, and this is crazy but true. So this is Mermaid Scales' account. She was 404K when Reels launched on 8 July last year. She's now at 4.57 million, right? So she's grown by 4.1 million in the last year, which is a growth of over 800%, right? Purely on the back of a super smart, super clear, super visual and niche driven and idea and content driven strategy, right? So Also, look at the consistency that she's shown. She's created over 1,400 reels since she started, creating reels on the platform, right? So once you have a strategy, breaking it down into consistency again is super, super important, right? Like I said, if you can have content that is uniquely you and is super relatable, if anybody's seen Mermaid Scales' content, you instantly go like, oh my God, this is so me. You're onto something, right? And if you can translate that into content, you're going to do well. I think the other great example I have for especially something that's easy to recreate and keeping it super simple is Sakshi. Sakshi again wasn't a creator when Reels launched this time last year. She is now at 335K. If you see her content, right, it's literally shot from the phone, no transitions. It's literally like voice and text, and that's the hallmark of it, right? And it's very, very um, very sort of really simply created, really simple ideas. The minute you look at it, you go, oh wow, I could make this. This meme is so funny, I can totally make this, right? Again, insane growth. She has grown by 300K in the last year, which is a growth of over 1,100%, right? And bonkers. Again, great consistency, over 550 reels created in the last year since reels launched. Again, just want to stress how important consistency is. You may have the greatest idea in the world, and you may, but I think it's super important to remember that not every reel will go crazily viral. Not every reel is going to do really well. And you're going to have to, most importantly, show up for people day after day or week after week or whatever it is, the cadence that you decide, right? So I think one mistake that content creators tend to make is they make content in bursts. They'll post like 5 reels in 1 week, and then they've exhausted everything that they've made, and then a week will go by and they haven't posted anything, and so the wave that they've created will then disappear and sort of flatline, right? And they have to start all over again. So plan your content out in advance, super important. It And literally block off time to create content, right? Some of the best content creators I see are highly disciplined about this. No matter how crazy their day is, they'll take out like a couple of hours each day or every 2 days just to shoot content, right? Because they know that if they don't get content out there, the relationship that they've built with their fans, is then going to not be as it is earlier. um, so remember, it's a two-way street, right? You're going to have to show up and put content out there to be able to build presence, right? And do it consistently. Okay, very quickly, reels do's and don'ts. This is another question that we get very, very often, and I thought I'd cover it. This is almost like a cheat sheet I've made for you guys, so feel free to like take a screenshot. But essentially, how can you succeed on reels? I think the first, of course, is be entertaining and fun, right? And do it in your own unique way. I think it's really, really important to make sure that you share original and authentic content. So don't copy anyone else. Don't create anything that literally don't try and pick up someone else's unique signature or style, right? Build your own. That's really how you'll see success on the platform, right? I think we have a bunch of really amazing tools. There's the Instagram music library that has millions of songs and effects and all sorts of things in it. There's the AR effects library that has over 1 million effects in it. So use all of these things at your disposal to have a really, really different content, thought, and imprint, right, for yourself on the platform. I think staying relevant with cultural moments is really important. So keep an eye on what's trending, what's working. I think cultural moments especially are sitters, right? Because you know that during Diwali, everybody's going to be talking about Diwali. Or you know that during, say, someone's birthday, or for example, the World Cup right now, everybody's going to be talking about these things. So even if it's something that you might not directly be interested or passionate about, but having a viewpoint on it is just a really great way to be included into the conversation and to sort of have that piece of content out there, right? I think it's also important to have a wow or a lol factor. So think of it like this: when you crack a concept for a reel and before you go into shooting it, is it going to make your audience go wow, or is it going to make them go lol, right? Either it makes them, either it's going to make them be like, oh my god, this is so awesome to see gorgeous fashion transition, or like a really insane stunt, for example, or it's going to make them laugh their guts out, right? If the if before you begin shooting your reel you're not clear where that final piece of content is going to land in either of these two buckets, probably makes sense to sort of maybe see what you can tweak about it so that it's very, very clear about where this reel is going to land and what the objective is. I think pull the viewer in quickly. In reels, the content itself is the context, right? So pull the viewer in quickly. Don't worry about building up or any of those things, right? I think it's important to make sure that especially your start is super punchy. So keep that in mind. Try and, if you can almost you know, cleverly sort of pull the viewer in, I think that works a lot. Fun surprises or twists are fantastic. So somewhere, like, if there's a payoff, right? Reels is very payoff based, where you love to see the transition in the end, which is why people love to see stuff that's trending, right? I mean, I don't know how many ghetto reels I've watched, even though I know they're all with a shopping cart in a supermarket. But I love watching it because I know the twist or the surprise that's going to come in the end for me, right? I think super important. Please follow Instagram's community guidelines. Can't stress this enough. Don't use content that doesn't belong to you. Don't post stuff that has violence or nudity or any of those things that violate our community standards guidelines. So they're available publicly to view. So please check them out. And I think lastly, use hashtags that are relevant to the video theme, right? Because I know that, we always get hashtag questions. So don't use stuff like explore page or trending or any of those things. Stick to stuff that truly is about the video itself, right? I think hashtags are contextual discovery. They're not the primary mode of your content being discovered, right? That's the job of the content in itself. If it's a great piece of content, we're going to pick it up and it's going to travel, right? I think try not to post content that has like, watermarks or big word marks or has those black bands. Try not to like do those things. Try not to recycle content where you shot something in square or like horizontal and you've posted it as a reel. It's not going to do as well because it's not a great experience for the people watching it, right? Also try to balance, especially when you're creating like promotional or commercial content, right? So keep a balance and always try and make sure that, whatever it is that you put out, it's as entertaining and as fun as possible, right? So balance it out essentially, right? I think blurry, like low res stuff, anything that has those big borders around it, images that are covered by text or like a massive watermark on the side, all of that is not a great experience for anybody watching the content. So like, don't do those things. But yeah, I think before you sit to shoot and you have your concept in mind, see how many of these things on the cheat sheet it's hitting, right? If it's hitting most of these things, you're sorted and you can go ahead and sort of create that piece of content. I think lastly, I thought that we'll cover a little bit of things on the algorithm. So because we always get algorithm questions, what exactly is the mysterious algorithm? So very quickly, right? I think the first is that there is no one main one algorithm to rule them all. No, it's not like that. We have lots and lots of algorithms to help figure out, what is the kind of content that you like, what should we be showing you, how should all of those things look like. So broadly, if I had to break it down, right, I think feed and stories is truly a place where we encourage you to connect and you to interact with the content and with the people posting it, right? The job of explore is to support discovery. We want to show you more of the things that you are interested in and for you to connect with those things in a deeper way, right? And finally, reels is truly to provide entertainment. We want you to have fun. We want you to see really, really insane, amazing things. when you come to the Reels tab, right? And so as you can see, all of these three things have a very, very different role to play, right? And that's really what the algorithm tries to sort of balance and measure. I'll just play this slide and then talk about it. So, how does this stuff work, right? And what do we sort of take into consideration? We take into stuff like information about the post, right? How popular is it? How many people have engaged with it? The recency. How are others interacting with it, right? What is the activity on it? Interactions between the account and the viewer that's currently viewing that content in their feed, right? How any of those things, right? So we basically pick up on those signals, and we try and take a note of it and try and sort of back calculate and say, okay, this is the kind of content that the person likes, and show that to them, respectively. I think it works similarly for Reels. So we look at activity, we look at interactions between the account and the viewer, we look at information about the Reel, audio track, the video itself, popularity, which is where trends are super important, because the minute it's about a piece of audio that's trending, or that everybody's talking about, whether it's a new release or any of those things, that's a great signal to us that, oh hey, it's part of that trend, or it's part of that conversation, right? And of course, lastly, how others are interacting with the account that posted it. I think look at all of these things, and have that in mind as you create content. If you see the thread that's across this, right? We look at all these signals essentially, and then use that to figure out what should we show to the person, and how should we sort of rank content, right? But I think rest assured, have a strategy for yourself. You saw the 5 surfaces that we have, and how it's important to have a differentiated sort of a point of view for each surface. Look at Reels in a very, very different, authentic, uniquely you way. Have a very clear cut, like a content and a posting strategy essentially for it. Look at trends, look at cultural moments, go crazy with formats, right? Experiment, look at what be inspired by what others are doing, but truly come to it with your own unique perspective, and your own unique sort of way of expressing it, right? And I think you should be more than fine, and just like hundreds of thousands of people who have been killing it on Reels in the past year, I think so will you, right? Lastly, I think just wanted to give a shout out to the Ad Creators account. Please follow this if you haven't already. The entire Instagram team, we post a bunch of stuff here, tips, tricks, hacks, inspo from creators all around the world, new releases, all of those things. It's all here. So please give this a follow when you can. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was helpful, and and just very, very excited to see all the things that you guys create, and can't wait to see you guys crush it even more on Reels.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so
I
much.
was literally just going to say, Pawan, over to you if you're here. But
thank you so much, Roxanne, for
yeah.
being with us here again. I think a lot of people had multiple questions, but one of the most common questions that we get at masterclasses is, will we get a deck of this, or will we get a recording of this? Recording you might get. I'm not assuring that you will get or not. I'm not sure of it. But yes, definitely, if you all have some questions for Roxanne, just go ahead, use your IG stories or reels. Just tag her, tag the Pepper content page, and probably we can address and take some questions over there. Or Roxanne, if you have 2 minutes or 5 minutes of time and you want to take Q&A, should we do that?
I think maybe we can take like a question or two. I think once the session is done in the next day or two, I'll just update the link in my bio with resources for everything that I shared here. So just like probably in the next day or two, just go to my bio and check it out. There'll be a link that will have all of these things in it. So rest assured, guys, don't worry. It's going to be
so what I'm going to do is just take one question here from the Q&A tab. Okay, too many questions. I might need your help a little bit here. But,
no worries. Maybe I can take my favorite question.
Yeah, please. Oh, solves the problem.
Maybe I can
Guys,
just very
it's
quickly
on
scroll
her.
that.
Whatever she's picking up, it's on her, not on me.
Okay, let me. I really love this question on the lifespan of a trend on Reels. So maybe I'll take that because I think we're starting to get a lot of questions on trends, and I wanted to just overall talk about trends a little more. So I think um, when you have a trend, right, one of the most exciting parts of a trend on Instagram is that um, it it can originate in so many different ways, right? So a trend can be content led, where it could be a hook step, or it could be a certain format, or any of those things, right? It could be filter led, for example, so everyone, that wave filter that everyone's losing their minds, that's a great example. It could be an audio led trend, so a new music release has come up, and suddenly sort of people are going crazy about it. I think the really interesting piece is that trends can honestly come from anywhere. Trends also mutate all the time, right? So if anybody remembers the Don't Rush trend that came up, Don't Rush started out as a dance trend, then it became a fashion trend, then it became a beauty trend, and every 2 weeks it was turning into something else, right? So it's very, very important to understand that a trend that started in a particular way might not be the same a couple of weeks from now, right? And I think lastly, what's really, really, really exciting is that a trend doesn't really need to be defined to a particular country or a particular type of creator. It can truly come anywhere, right? Which is why look at the kind of music, or look at the look at the stuff that we've been using in Reels, right? Most of it is truly, truly global in nature, right? So I'd say if there's a really, really interesting trend that you've come across, don't worry about and if it truly resonates with you, right? Don't worry if you feel like, oh, everyone's already done it, what should I do? It's fine. Please go ahead and have and create like your own sort of unique take on it. That's the most important um, piece of all, right? Don't create the 5,000th video on that particular thing. Have your own take on it, right? I think lastly, it's super important to keep an eye out on what is trending on the platform. So the explore page, what other creators are doing, music playlists. So if you go into like your music bar, right, when you search for stuff, we have playlists there all the time with trending music in it. Keep an eye out on that stuff, right? And even if you're not using a bunch of it, but just knowing that, hey, this is what the platform's talking about, I think is really, really important, right? But try and harness trends in your content as much as possible. I think it just it's your own imprint or your own response to what the platform is talking about, right? Which is just very, very exciting and delightful for everybody that follows you. So I know, long answer, but to whoever asked it, I hope that helps.
Super. And I think the entire session was also very, very helpful. Once again, thank you so much, Roxanne,
My
for
God.
uh, being with Pepper Content's podcast and this event also today. I think you have been very, very helpful for us by being attending this session, speaking at here, and propagating all the knowledge about Instagram Reels and other formats also, so that our creators who are part of the different communities that we have can be used and. Super.
Always here, and thank you for having me. I loved it, and thanks everyone for attending. I love doing this, and yeah, anybody has any questions, comments, DM, comment anytime, and I'll update the link in maybe a day or two, and I'll see you guys.
Super. Thank you so much, Roxanne, and thank you
Lovely.
so
Thanks
much,
everyone.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.